They shine on the red carpet, dominate the box office, and are worshipped by millions across the world. These stars are the epitome of fame, luxury, and glamour. But what if I told you some of Hollywood's biggest names didn't start with glamorous roles, Oscar-worthy performances, or red carpet events? What if I told you their journeys began with something far more shocking and unexpected? That's right, before they were A-listers, they were stars, just not the kind you'd expect. Today, we're about to uncover the jaw-dropping, scandalous, and downright shocking pasts of 10 celebrities who got their start in the adult film industry. And trust me, 7 is going to leave you speechless. It's a game changer that will make you rethink everything you know about Hollywood's golden figures. Hollywood loves a good rags-to-riches story. It's the classic tale of rising from the bottom to the very top, and it's one that has been celebrated time and time again in the press. But what if I told you that for some of the biggest names in Tinseltown, their rise to stardom wasn't as conventional as we've been led to believe? Some of these celebrities had to take unusual paths to get where they are today. From struggling actors and actresses, just doing whatever they could to survive, to career pivots so shocking that they'll make you see your favorite celebrities in an entirely new light. These are the stories that the tabloids don't want you to hear, the ones the public would rather forget, and the ones that are buried deep behind the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. Some stars embraced their pasts and wore them as badges of honor. Others tried desperately to hide it, but the truth has a funny way of coming to light. One thing's for sure, showbiz is full of secrets, and in this countdown, we're peeling back the curtain. So buckle up, because this is a wild ride, and it's not for the faint of heart. 10. Sylvester Stallone, the Italian stallion's very different debut. Before he was the legendary boxer Rocky Balboa, before he was flexing his muscles on the big screen and inspiring millions with his underdog story, Sylvester Stallone had a very different introduction to the world of film. It wasn't as a hardened fighter or an action hero, but rather as, let's just say, a very different kind of Italian stallion. In 1970, when Stallone was struggling to make ends meet and living in a tiny rundown apartment, he was offered a role in a softcore adult film called The Party at Kitty and Studs. Stallone, desperate for cash and willing to take any role that would pay the bills, took it. He was paid just $200 for 2 days of work, and the movie was far from glamorous. It was full of risque scenes, and his performance was a far cry from the fierce, determined Rocky we all know and love. What's crazy is that after Rocky became a worldwide sensation, the film was re-released under the title The Italian Stallion, hoping to cash in on Stallone's newfound fame. The glow-up was real, but you've got to admit, it's one of the most surprising transformations in Hollywood history. 9. Jackie Chan, the Kung Fu legend's risky early role. Jackie Chan is known for his incredible martial arts skills, jaw-dropping stunts, and a comedic style that has made him a global icon. But before Jackie was breaking barriers in Hollywood with films like Rush Hour and Drunken Master, he starred in a much more controversial movie. In 1975, Jackie took a role in a Hong Kong adult comedy called All in the Family. And no, it's not the same All in the Family that you're thinking of. It was a risque, adult-oriented film that showcased a very different side of Jackie. At the time, Jackie was a young actor, desperate for work, and he later joked about it, saying, "A man's gotta eat." But here's where it gets even crazier. The film is so obscure that even hardcore Jackie Chan fans debate whether or not it even exists. Some say it's a lost treasure, others think it's an urban legend. Either way, Jackie Chan's early career was filled with surprises, and this obscure adult film is one of his best-kept secrets. 8. Cameron Diaz, from risque to blockbuster queen. Before Cameron Diaz became the star of hits like The Mask, There's Something About Mary, and Shrek, she had a very different start. When she was just 19 years old, a young and ambitious Cameron allegedly appeared in a film that was far from the family-friendly comedy roles we associate her with today. Rumors have circulated for years about her involvement in an adult film early in her career. Although Cameron has denied it, the footage mysteriously resurfaced years later, causing quite a stir. Was this an intentional leak? Or was it just the dark side of Hollywood at play? Either way, Cameron went on to prove herself as a box office powerhouse, but her early career remains a subject of controversy and fascination. 7. Sibel Kekilli, Game of Thrones star's double life. Sibel Kekilli is beloved by Game of Thrones fans for her portrayal of Shae, Tyrion Lannister's ill-fated lover. But before she was charming viewers in Westeros, Sibel had a much different career. She was known in Germany by another name, Dilara. Sibel's past in the adult film industry was exposed after she was cast in Game of Thrones, and the revelation shocked many fans. Her family even disowned her when they discovered her previous work. But Sibel didn't let her past define her. She pushed forward, earning critical acclaim for her role in Game of Thrones, and continued to prove that talent, determination, and hard work can defy even the harshest judgments. 6. Matt LeBlanc. Before Friends, there was this. Before Matt LeBlanc became a household name as Joey Tribbiani on Friends, he was in some, well, let's just say steamy situations. In the early 90s, Matt starred in the erotic drama Red Shoe Diaries, a series known for its sensual themes and mature content. While he wasn't exactly known for being the comedic star we all love today, this role was part of his early career before the fame of Friends took over. Imagine the awkwardness of transitioning from playing a romantic heartthrob in steamy scenes to being the goofy, lovable Joey Tribbiani. Talk about an interesting career pivot. 5. David Duchovny, from The X-Files to Red Shoe Diaries. David Duchovny is famous for his role as the FBI agent investigating paranormal cases in The X-Files, but what many don't know is that before that, he made a surprising appearance in Red Shoe Diaries, the same series that Matt LeBlanc starred in. It wasn't just a small cameo either. David took on a leading role in the adult-themed series, which was a far cry from the serious, mysterious tone of The X-Files. Duchovny's career is a perfect example of how an actor can reinvent themselves. But let's be real, his early roles have always raised some eyebrows. 4. Tara Reid, the star who struggled to leave her past behind. Tara Reid became a household name thanks to her role in American Pie and her star-studded appearances in the early 2000s. However, Tara's career wasn't always filled with blockbuster hits and glamorous red carpets. In her early years, Tara found herself involved in low-budget adult-themed films, and those early choices have haunted her career ever since. Though she worked hard to distance herself from that past, the rumors and images from those days resurfaced many times, keeping Tara in the public's eye for all the wrong reasons. 3. Lindsay Lohan, from Parent Trap to Wild Nights. Lindsay Lohan's rise to fame seemed like it would be a perfect fairy tale. From her breakout role in The Parent Trap to her stints in Mean Girls, Lindsay was a rising star. But as her career took off, her personal life went in the opposite direction. Lindsay's struggles with substance abuse and the wild parties she was often associated with led to numerous scandals that overshadowed her acting career. But what many don't know is that Lindsay also did some controversial photo shoots that have remained a topic of discussion in Hollywood. 2. Paris Hilton, the heiress who made a tape. Paris Hilton's name is synonymous with fame, fortune, and tabloid scandals. But before she was a fashion mogul, socialite, and reality TV star, she was a rising star in a very different way. In 2003, a private video of Paris Hilton was leaked, and the world watched as her intimate moments became the center of attention. While many thought this would end her career, Paris turned the scandal into a business, using it as a springboard for her reality TV career and global brand. She turned a humiliating situation into a lucrative empire, proving that she's more than just an heiress, she's a savvy businesswoman. 1. Sunny Leone, the ultimate career transformation. The number one star on this list is none other than Sunny Leone. Sunny Leone didn't just transition from adult films to mainstream, she conquered it. After ruling the adult industry with her performances, Sunny made the incredible leap into Bollywood, where she became a household name. Sunny's journey has been nothing short of incredible. From her days as an adult film star to her meteoric rise in the entertainment industry, Sunny rewrote her own legacy, and she did it on her own terms. She's the ultimate example of how someone can take control of their own narrative and transform their life, and it's one of the most inspiring stories in Hollywood. From Sylvester Stallone to Sunny Leone, these stars prove that your past doesn't dictate your future. Hollywood is full of surprises, And maybe that's what makes it so fascinating. Which revelation shocked you the most? Comment below. If you love this deep dive, smash that like button, subscribe for more Untold Hollywood secrets, and hit the bell so you never miss a reveal. Oh, and share this with a friend because, trust me, they won't believe number 7. You'll never look at these celebs the same way again.